Welcome to Chill Team Episode 6. My name is Joe, and today we give you the very first game in our very first campaign. If you haven't yet, you can check out Episode 5, which sets all this up perfectly with our command rosters, the story, our backgrounds, missions, squad quirks, all the rest of it. If you're brave enough, you can just stick with this episode, it's up to you, but you have a whole episode of setup there waiting for you with Episode 5 if you wanted to give that a go first. Thanks to everyone who let us know of their excitement for the campaign. We're really excited to share it with you all. We've recorded quite a bit of it already, but also we're very excited to learn more. Even with all of our tabletop gaming experience, this is the first campaign that we've ever been a part of, so I feel there's probably some things we're going to miss out. You guys pointing stuff out is the easiest way for us to learn, to be honest, and we're all just looking to get better at the game and better understand how this crazy, complicated system of a game works. Don't forget, if you're listening to this on YouTube, head over to your podcast app and subscribe to the Chill Team podcast feed, as even simply just subscribing and downloading the episode each week helps us a bunch. Even if you'd rather listen to it on YouTube, it still really helps. And also, while you're there, if you're on the iTunes, if you're on the iOS podcast app, a 5-star review on our feed will go a hell of a long way, and we'd really appreciate it. But now, it's time for Yoh-Rick and the Many Arms versus the Nurglingz With Attitude. The teams are as follows. For the Genestealers, we have Yoh-Rick himself, the neophyte leader, with an autogun and pistol. He's also a leader specialist. We have Barkus, the aberrant, with a power pick. He's a combat specialist. We have Nasir, the acolyte fighter, with a hand flamer and rock saw, who's a zealot specialist. And we have Sifa, a Genestealer with an acid maw and toxin sac, who's a veteran specialist. We also have Krell, an acolyte fighter with a hand flamer and cult knife. We have his brother Desh, who is exactly the same model pretty much. We also have Ondergast, who's an acolyte fighter with a hand flamer and bone sword. We have Cole, who is a neophyte gunner with a grenade launcher. We have Malik, a neophyte hybrid with an autogun. And we have Stemvar, who is also a neophyte hybrid with an autogun. For the Death Guard, we have Chief Grief, a plague champion. He's a leader specialist. We have the notorious ROT, who's a plague marine gunner with a blight launcher, who is a heavy specialist. We have Buster Slimes, who is also a plague marine gunner with a blight launcher, who is a demolition specialist. We have Travis Rott with a flail of corruption. He is a combat specialist. And then we have 7-7, who is a plague marine, just standard with a bolt gun and an icon of despair. And we also have Lil Pox, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Mortis, all of the Poxwalkers, and we have a new recruit Poxwalker in the name of Lil Plague added to the list. Yoh-Rick and the Many Arms come from a larger Genestealer brood, of which the Magus is a particularly powerful psyker. Due to his recent activities, their location has been potentially uncovered by Mortarion, who wishes to be brought the Magus to bless him with Nurgle's Rot. Yoh-Rick and the Many Arms have been sent out to the surrounding areas of their location to keep the Magus and the knowledge of their location safe. The Nurglingz With Attitude, on the other hand, are hand-picked by Mortarion and have been greeted by Yoh-Rick and the Many Arms on their way to find that very Magus. Their aim during this battle is quite simply to capture Yoh-Rick, get the further information that they need, and probably desecrate a lot of Genestealers in filth on the way. This is the narrative play mission, Assassinate. The victory conditions are quite simply that if the attacker, in this case the Death Guard, takes the defender's leader out of action, the attacker is the winner. Otherwise, the defender wins. They meet on a Sector Mechanicus kill zone, with which there are potential earthquakes for every battle round. On the roll of a D3, a 1 results in all open terrain being classed as difficult terrain, which halves your model's move characteristic when moving across it. The board itself has, as you may have guessed, a lot of pipes running through it, and only 2 or 3 multiple level ruins. They are clustered in the bottom right-hand side of the board and the bottom left-hand side of the board. In the far left corner, there is a giant black chemical tank that is completely solid and 100% blocks line of sight. Yoh-Rick and the Many Arms start the battle on the short edge of the board to the left, while the Nurglingz With Attitude start on the opposite side to the right. The leader, Yoh-Rick, is hidden behind the pipe, being guarded either side by some of the other members of the kill team. Down the far side of the tank, an acolyte trio inch as close as they can to the oncoming Death Guard team. The rest of the team sit pretty much central, hidden behind some loose piping. For the Death Guard, Chief Grief stands at the back in cover, watching on as the notorious ROT takes position on the ground level of one of the ruins in the bottom right-hand corner of the board, with Travis Rott and 2 Poxwalkers also taking cover just outside of those same ruins. Over the far side, 2 more Poxwalkers join 7-7 and Buster Slimes as they stare straight down the board and see the Acolyte trio ahead of them. Also, for the first time ever, check our Twitter and Instagram pages at Chill Team Pod to see a full picture of the board and deployment. During the scouting phase, the Nurglingz With Attitude opted to take forward positions, while Yoh-Rick and the Many Arms perfectly countered by eliminating sentries. And with that, let's get into it. Okay, so we've deployed, and we're not entirely sure what the right thing to do is, or what you're supposed to do when 2 things are supposed to happen at exactly the same time. I'm actually sure there's something about it in the rule book. It tells you what to do, but we're just going to roll off, see what one comes first. So if I win the roll off, we're going to do the scouting phase effects first.
Yep.
And if you win the roll off, I'm assuming you want to.
We'll do the cult ambush first.
Cult ambush first. I got a 6.
I guess the scouting happens first.
So the scouting happens first. Okay, so I get to move 20% of my models as if it were the movement phase.
Mm-hmm. You have 9 models, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's 2.
Do I get 2?
I believe
it
it's
rounds
2.
up.
I believe we checked before it was rounded
And
up.
it rounded up. So I get to move 2 models, and then you can try and shoot them because you correctly
With 2
counted
models.
With 2 models. So moving up, we had first one of the Poxwalkers, Lil Mortis, moved up literally just along the pipe that he's kind of next to. Just shunted up 4 inches, his full move. And then Travis Rott, the combat specialist, hopped over from the Poxwalker's left, just hopped over the pipe and kind of joined him, pushing up a little bit as well. So we kind of switched sides on the board a little bit. And now, because of the correctly guessing scouting tactic, you can now use 2 of your models to shoot at my 2 models.
Okay, well,
that charged forward, that moved forward.
Luckily for you, most of my team has hand flamers, which are only 6-inch range. But unfortunately for you, the one guy that has a long-range weapon in the form of a grenade launcher can see both of your models that moved.
Okay. So can he fire twice?
No.
So you can just pick one?
Just one activation. So
what one are you going to pick?
Well, I get to roll to see how many shots I get.
Okay.
And then obviously I can split them because they're within 2 inches.
Because they're next to each other.
So I think I'll roll to see how many shots I get and then go from there.
Okay.
So I'm going to be firing the frag variant. So it's D6 shots. I get 3.
Okay.
I think I'm going to shoot your Poxwalker.
Mm-hmm.
So I normally hit on 4s.
Yep.
You are obscured. So I'll be hitting on 5s.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 hits.
Yep.
With a 6 and a 5.
And
Nice.
take your word for it on your weirdo dice.
Weirdo dice, yeah. For those out there, I've got the limited edition Genestealer Cult dice with like the resin core. So they're like see-through, but they're just like mirrors. You can't.
It's just like impossible to read.
They can only be read from one angle.
Yeah.
I will always sit at that angle. So the grenade launcher is strength 3 against your toughness of 3, I believe.
Yes.
I need 4s. That is 1 wound with a 6.
Okay. On the Poxwalker?
Yep.
Any damage?
It's 1 damage. No AP.
So it's just a disgustingly resilient. That'll be a 2.
So it's an injury roll. Oh, believe. That's a 1. Flesh wound.
That's a flesh wound on Lil Mortis.
So then we go on to the Genestealer cult ambush rolls.
Yeah, which we're going to do now.
So I'll work my way around, starting with the Acolyte, formerly known as Cole. Needing a 5. Doesn't get it. Then we go on to Desh.
Mm-hmm.
Desh doesn't get it.
What do you need? A 5 up?
I need a 5, yeah. Then we'll go on to, let's go for Nessa, the Acolyte Fighter. Doesn't get it. Also gets a 1. I'm spotting a trend. We'll go to my Combat Aberrant, Brackus, and he gets a 3. Doesn't get it. My Aberrant Leader, Ondergast, doesn't get it. It's looking good. Good for our heroes. I don't think it's worth trying with anyone else. I think we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
Okay, successful cult ambush.
Yeah, I mean, you win some, you lose some. Yeah.
We need to roll a D3 to see if we're on difficult terrain or not.
That we do.
So, would you like to do the honour?
Yeah. And what is the required roll? I would like it.
Don't get a 1.
Is that good for you?
That's good for me.
Okay. That's a 1.
Fuck's sake.
I was like, I've rolled like 6 1s so far.
Okay,
I was
so
like,
I've just halved my distance, basically,
oh, yeah.
when moving on open ground.
That includes charging.
Yeah, includes everything.
So that seemingly 9-inch charge that you currently have is now a lot longer.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's do initiative, and then we'll cut to the move. And then let's do initiative, and then we'll do the movement, and then we'll come back.
Yep.
What'd you get?
An 8.
A 7, the number of the beast.
It feels good.
Yes, let's go cut away, do movement, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Yeah.
So do you want to run us through the movement quickly with names,
Sure
if
thing.
possible?
Sure thing. So, Yoh-Rick
Yep.
is number 1 pussy hole.
Yeah.
He is totally hidden.
Yep.
Hunkered down. He's got the 2 weakest members of his team protecting him. Because that's a smart idea. But he is hidden behind a pipe, which is completely...
Can't see through it at
You
all.
can't see through it at all. It's great.
Yeah.
Beyond that, Brackus the Aberrant advanced up a whole 4 inches due to the earthquake.
Yeah.
It was real good. He's just hidden behind a bit of electrical conduiting.
Mm-hmm.
With him, the Acolyte Fighter Nassau went slightly further. He totaled a whole number of 6. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just moved up to a piece of ruin that's got a solid wall, so no one's going to be shooting him, hopefully. A couple of people just shuffled round in the form of Ondergast, who just shifted just behind some cover.
Yep.
The grenade launcher in Cole's hands, readied. Drop some fat beats. Cole and... Sorry, Malik and Stenvar both readied their hand pistols, hoping for an optimistic misjudgment on Joe's part, but that didn't happen. The Genestealer Cypher just stayed behind them. And then the 2 neophytes, Stenvar and Malik, just chilled.
Okay. And with me, I had Chief Grief stayed at the back, right at the back behind these 2 like pipes in cover, just chilling. It was obscured anyway. Just chilling. Get me those command points. Then we had the notorious ROT who readied. He's got eyes on one of the potential targets and he's in range. Then over the other side of the board, we had basically the few people that I had over the left side of this big pipe going down the middle, or going down that kind of third of the board. I tried to shunt them all over the other side of the pipe where the rest of the guys were, so that we're all kind of huddled together. That was quite hard because of the earthquake, and a lot of the poxwalkers ended up moving like 3 inches and stuff. They basically all got over there, other than the new recruit. He's kind of struggling behind a little bit. Little Plague. He's nearly there, but he's just chilling this side of the pipe, which means that over that other side of the pipe, we now have Buster Slimes, who's readied. We have Lil Uzi Vert, the Poxwalker, standing just in front of him, who didn't move at all. We have 7-7 with the icon, who also readied. And then in front of them, the ones that moved were Travis Rott, who moved up a little bit, and Lil Pox, who moved up a little bit. The 2 guys that moved in the scouting phase, they also moved up a little bit in the movement phase. So it basically, that earthquake really hurt me because I want to get up as quick as I can, and it's not letting me do that. So I'm not going to be able to do basically anything I wanted to do this turn, unfortunately. So yeah, let's go to the shooting.
Yep.
You want to start? You got ready stuff?
Yeah, I've got some ready stuff. My Malik, the auto gun toting neophyte, has got like a worldie of a shot under the arm of this Genestealer, around this pipe and into this guy. It's like the most obscured shot humanly possible. Shooting this laser right through your eyes.
We're doing a laser pen check because I don't think he can see it because of the guy in front of him sticking out.
It's going through the gun.
Okay.
Laser pen doesn't lie.
If the laser pen speaks.
I mean, I'm still hitting on like 6s, so I wouldn't worry.
Yeah, I mean, but still, the laser pen test is complete.
He's actually hitting him in the
horn. There you go.
Is very visible. So who's that shooting?
So that is Malik.
So Malik's going to be firing
He is not in half range, and he is obscured.
Yeah.
So I will be hitting on 6s.
Okay. So you're targeting Buster Slimes.
Buster Slimes.
You can just see his horn on his head.
Yeah. I get a 1.
So that's a miss.
That is a standard miss.
Okay. I don't know if I want him to return fire or not.
You do have 4 potential targets.
Actually, I'm going to hold that one off.
Okay.
First. I'm actually going to fire with the notorious ROT.
Yep.
First. He's going to fire through at this guy. Who's that?
That is Stenvar.
I've got him in my sights. It's an assault 2.
He is not brave.
It is at long range, and it is obscured. So it's 5s. There's a 1 and a 2.
He shits himself.
So no shots there.
So Stenvar, faced with this terrible, terrible looking guy, is going to choose to shoot your Poxwalker boy.
Okay.
Who he can see just his tip.
Yeah.
Just his tip.
Hanging out.
He's still going to be hitting on 6s. But Little Plague is going to get rat-tat-tatted.
Okay.
Hitting on 6s. That's a 5.
That's a 5. So now I'll go back over.
Yep.
To Buster Slimes. He's going to take aim and he's going to split fire.
Yep.
On the front 2 of that trio.
Yeah.
So who is that in the front 2 there?
You are looking at Krell and Desh.
Yeah, so I'm going to split fire on both of them. We are going to go for ease. The front one is the green die.
Krell will be green.
And the back one is the red die.
Deshy red.
And it's on 5s again because they are obscured and they're in long range. The red one is a 6.
Desh be getting blatted.
That is strength 6.
I'm toughness 3.
Okay. So that is wounding on 2s and re-rolling 1s because it's a plague weapon.
Yep.
I've got a 2, so it wounds.
Yep.
It's -2 AP.
-2, so I get a strong I get a strong 7+ save on that one. So if you want to roll an injury roll.
So that'll just be, well, it's D3 damage.
Yep.
So I'll do that first.
I am obscured. 1 damage.
1 damage. And then
It's
on
a
a
5 or 6.
5 or 6, you are gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 4.
Oh, it takes the flesh wound.
So that'll be a flesh wound on, who's that?
Dash.
Okay. Do you want to just flip his token for me so he's shot? Nice. You got any other readied guys?
I have all the readied guys. So next up, we are going to shoot Cole, the grenade launcher.
Mm-hmm.
So let's first of all see how many shots he's going to get.
Yep. Is that who's that?
It's this guy just here,
Okay.
right in the middle. So he's going to get 6 shots.
Nice.
I'm going to put 3 of them. I'm going to go 3 and 3.
Yep.
No, I'm going to do 4 and 2.
Okay.
I'm going to do 4 and 2. I'm going to put the first 4 into your flail toting boy.
Okay.
I'm going to put 2 into his little poxwalker friend.
Okay. They're both obscured.
Cole forever.
And what range is the weapon?
It's 24-inch range.
So do you want to just measure the 12?
So the poxwalker is in half range,
Okay.
but the flail boy is just out.
It's just out. Okay. So how many what was the...
So we'll do
split?
two on the poxwalker first.
Yep.
So hitting on 5s.
Yep.
Because it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Gets nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't noticed that, this is not what they're made for. And then hitting on 6s.
Yep.
On the plague boy. I get none.
No hits.
Nil point.
So then we'll go to my last readied guy. Well, I have one more readied guy, but he's not in range of anything. So we'll go to my last one, who is the 7/7 with the bolt gun.
Yep.
He's going to fire at... It's the second one in that's with the flesh wound, isn't it?
Yes.
I'll go for the front one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one shot because it's not within... They're more than 12 away, aren't they?
They are more. They should be, yeah.
Do you want to just check? It's just the front guy.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
12, yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 shots.
He is obscured.
Yep. So it'll be 2 shots on 5s.
Yep.
No,
Yeah, you hit on 3s, don't you?
4s.
So 4s.
just so used to everything being long range.
2 hits.
That's 2 hits. It's strength 4.
Against my toughness 3.
I get a 2 and a 1.
He just takes it.
Not what I needed at all.
I have 2
That's
more
my,
ready models,
that's my last readied guy.
but they only have a 6-inch range. So,
Don't think they can get in.
There's no one in there. So
No, it's just the normal shooting. Have you got anyone else?
I don't
shoot?
think I do.
Neither do I,
There we go.
which is nice. There are no fights to be had.
Nope.
There's some morale to take, though.
There is.
Yeah.
So, yep. So, morale phase.
Yep. If you want to go first.
So, I have my Acolyte Hybrid, known as Cole. No, sorry, Dash.
Yep.
What am I talking about? The Dash.
You're always getting those two confused.
I know, right? So, I have no models out of action. And he has 2 models next to him, so I get +2 to this.
Yep.
His leadership
Or is it -2? What's the one you want?
minus.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
-2.
I get -2,
Yeah.
not +2, because
Yeah.
that'd be shit.
That'd be bad.
Yeah.
You can have a +2 if you want.
So -2 to this roll. I'm pretty sure I don't think I can fail this, but I get a 2 anyway, so I'm rolling
you're
0.
Definitely fine, yeah. I have... Is that a flesh wound on one of my poxwalkers?
No, you're all
No,
clean.
I think I do. We didn't put it down, but I wrote it down.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was the first.
Yeah. I just want to check something really quick, and then we'll come back to it. I saw someone talk about an update where they got their mindless ability
Mm-hmm.
added to Kill Team. So I would like to just check if that was real or not
Yeah.
before I roll. So we'll give it a sec and then I'll do that.
Mhm.
Okay, so after some deliberation and just talk about what to do here, Poxwalkers, when they brought out Kill Team, they excluded their mindless ability to ignore morale tests, which would in this be nerve tests. It's just not in. It's not on the data sheet for a Poxwalker, which seemed like a mistake, but that's what it was. All the things like Marines and Plague Marines and whoever still get their abilities to re-roll fouled nerve tests, which is carried over from 40k. So it seemed like something that would carry over, and it didn't. Then the FAQ and all that designers commentary and everything came out. It wasn't mentioned there at all. However, on the updated version of the digital rulebook, the mindless ability has been added in. So we've decided to move forward with using the mindless ability. I have a feeling that maybe they'll address it at some point. If they've actively updated their own rulebook to include it, it seems like a little bit of an oversight that it wasn't mentioned in like the FAQ or whatever, because it happened on like the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know if they're like controlled by different departments. So it's just
Maybe
that someone didn't get the email.
Maybe it was like the guy was hoping no one would notice that they didn't put mindless in. Yeah, so we're rolling with it. They basically don't have to take nerve tests. Automatically passes nerve tests, I should say. And that's the only thing that I've got with a flesh wound. So there's no nerve test to be taken for me, and that is the end of the battle round. Hopefully, in battle round 2, I'll be able to move. Imagine that.
On that note,
that'd be nice.
Let's see if battle round 2 has any earthquake shenanigans.
Yeah.
Is it still a 1?
On a 1, yeah.
That's a 6.
That's a 6. There's no earthquakes. The earthquakes have stopped. The Death Guard have come in. I can't wait.
So shall we roll initiative?
Let's roll initiative.
That's a 3.
That's a 12.
I mean, I think you might have won that.
It's a sign.
It's a sign.
Coming for you.
It's all happening.
Okay, so we'll cut away. We'll do the movement for battle round 2, and then we'll get back to it, talk about it, and then go into the shooting. Okay, we're interrupting the movement phase to bring you a charge on the Death Guard's part.
Yes.
So Travis Rott, with his flail of corruption, and he's got himself into a position where he can charge. Who is that at the front?
That is Krell.
Krell. He can charge Krell with a 7. So a 7 will get him within an inch. And it is in his nature. He just charges forward as often as he can. So he's going to attempt that now. What is your Overwatch situation?
Now you're outside of my range, so I won't be able to Overwatch you.
I planned that. So that is a 9.
He's a 9.
So if you want to move him, nice and up and in there. So Lil Mortis.
Lil Mortis
is going to try and charge up next to him. Same thing, same guy.
Yep.
I'll still need a 7. Travis Rott's moved around a little bit, opened the way, said, "Come over here."
Get in.
Gets a 3. So he's just going to move as far forward as he can, 3 inches, just in a straight line towards the enemy. And that's that. So we're rounding off the Genestealer movement with a couple of charges.
That we are.
So if you want to do those, tell us what they are.
Okay, so the Cypher, the Genestealer, is going to attempt a charge against your Poxwalker.
Okay. What one? Little Uzi Vert, I believe.
Number 2.
With his coat,
7 inches away.
Yep.
So I'll need a 7.
Yep.
I get a 5.
Okay.
But I do get to re-roll my charges because of the rule with name I forget. Swift and Deadly.
Okay.
So again, needing a 7.
Yep.
Not a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a 9.
That's pretty good. In he gets.
In he gets. And next up, we have an 8-inch charge.
Yep.
From my Acolyte, Davon.
So is this the guy that's in the big ruin in the middle?
Yeah.
Or just outside of it?
So he's not called Davon, he's called Nassar. So Nassar, with his power saw,
Yeah.
is going to... He's currently out of sight.
Yeah. He's going to charge around a corner
He's going
into the
round a corner.
building that the notorious ROT is currently standing in.
So needing an 8.
Yeah.
Yes, a 6.
You want to move around anyway? Just give it a little move round.
I think I'm going to scoot up an inch.
Well, actually, I believe you have to move the full distance. We settled that on the charge if you're going to move at all.
Well, then I won't move.
That was in the commentary, I believe.
Then I will stay still.
Okay. Is that your 2 charges done?
That is my 2 charges done.
Didn't really have any Overwatch to fire, unfortunately.
Nope.
And that brings the movement phase to a close as well, I believe.
Yes.
So I moved first. I readied the notorious ROT over in this corner, which you then went on to try and attempt to charge, but fail. My leader, Chief Grief, stayed at the back, readied again, still out of range of everything, but he's still just there.
He's so ready.
Giving me those points. And then basically, other than the 2 that charged, all my guys over the other side of the kind of central pipe, over the other side of the board, all moved up basically as much as they could. The 2 with guns, so 7-7 and Buster Slimes, both, neither of them advanced or anything. Probably I could have advanced the Buster Slimes because he's an assault weapon, but I decided against it because he didn't actually need to move up that far anyway. I just wanted to get him in range. The Poxwalkers that were kind of in and around that area all just kind of tried to catch up with each other than one of them who joined in on a charge, or attempted to join in on a charge anyway. So didn't quite make it, but just shunted up a little bit forward. But because of that, it's kind of ended up, they're all just in a big blob together. Other than Travis Rott, who made the charge, has gone round that huge pipe in the middle and is in combat with, who was it? Krell?
No, it is... Yeah, it is Krell. You're
Krell.
right.
Yeah, I remember Krell.
You know my name's better than I do.
Yeah, I remember all my victims' names. So yeah, that was about the only successful thing for me, was the one good charge coming off. Unfortunately, you then got a different charge onto me, but yeah. And then I managed to move some of my guns further into range, which is good as well, which is very handy. What about your movement? What went down?
So I scooted. I sort of remanaged my assets. So my aberrant Barkus moved back round, sort of do a big sweeping flank back round to where my leader is, as well as Ondergast. He also moved round. The Malik, the gunner, just shifted from one side of the pipe to the other side of the pipe. There's nothing going on that side. So he's there, and his brohan Cole.
He was previously just looking out over this side, looking at all the stuff that he can't fire at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cole with the grenade launcher is just readied again. He's still got a couple of guys he can hit. But beyond that, and everyone sort of stayed still. The Genestealer Cypher made a charge into one of the Poxwalkers.
Yep, successfully. Into Lil Uzi Vert.
Yep, and Nasa failed his charge into your Plague.
Notorious ROT.
Notorious ROT.
And that's why he is notorious, because no one can charge him.
No, he's standing right there in the open, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's how it works. So yeah, that was the movement, and that will take us on to the shooting.
Yep.
It's me first, right?
Do you have any readied models?
I have a readied model.
Then fire away.
The notorious ROT himself is readied, and he's gonna potentially shoot at, who is this?
That is my boy Ondergast.
Ondergast is gonna come under fire.
Yep.
Let me tell you now, he's in, but he is at long range.
I believe I'm obscured, but you may see it differently.
I would say just.
Because he's got that hella whip.
It's just your foot. Your foot is covered by this.
Extreme positioning.
So he is obscured. Yep. He's at long range, which makes it on fives. 2 shots.
2 shots.
A 6 and a 1. So not
That'll
bad.
hit.
Not bad. And then we have strength 6.
Toughness 3.
So that's 2s, re-rolling 1s. That's a 1.
That's a re-roll.
It's going to get re-rolled. Oh.
That's a 2. Yeah, it's still a hit.
So that is going to be -2 to your save,
So that is a 7-up save,
which is impossible.
which is impossible.
So you're going to take the 3 damage. Has he only got 1 wound?
Only got 1 wound.
That's going to be 3 damage.
Yep, so it's -1.
It's actually not.
I'm obscured. so
Even if he's
the
obscured, you have to be within an inch for it to count of the.
thing that is obscuring you.
Yeah,
that's fine.
that's just for the injury roll though.
Yeah.
I believe it specifies that on the table.
The book O rules.
Yeah. That's
Well,
there's 2 6s there
yeah,
anyway, so
that's negligible.
so he's going to be out of action. Is he good? He looks good.
Not really.
Ah. Still.
50-50.
Still.
He's like the backup leader.
Oh, well, can we count that one then for the game? So that was my first readied guy. He has shot. You got any other readied? Have you got any readied at all?
A fair few that are ready.
Get going.
So first of all, the injured Dash
Mm-hmm.
is going to shoot his hand flamer
Mm-hmm.
at your injured Boxwalker.
Okay.
So it's D3 auto hits.
Yep.
It's 2.
Okay.
Only strength 3.
Yep.
So 4s. Toughness 3.
Yep.
That's 1 wound. It's 1 damage and no AP.
I get a 7-up save regardless.
That's good.
So I'm just going to
a 5-up save.
discussing the resilient it. That's a 4, so he takes it.
And it's another flesh wound. It brings it up to, well, it goes to a 3.
So it's still a flesh
But
wound.
it's still a flesh wound.
Which means he's now on 2. Little Mortis with
He's mortisely wounded.
2 flesh wounds. I have one other readied model who is not in range of anything. So
Okay.
if you'd like to just go ahead with all your readied stuff.
Shoot into the sky.
He's just going to shoot his plasma pistol into the sky to scare you a little bit.
So I'm going to shoot my grenade launcher into everything I can possibly muster into this guy.
What guy is that?
It is number 4.
Oh, the new recruit, Poxwalker.
New recruit. He's obviously not learnt.
Little plague himself.
So I get 2 shots.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting on, it's going to be 6s.
Mm-hmm.
I get no hits.
That's what you get.
He's just like, oop, oop,
That's what you
oop,
get for trying to come for the
Yeah.
new blood.
and it's not nothing.
Keep going, all your readied
And then the
stuff.
last one, you can pretty much only see one guy. It's going to be this guy.
Okay.
Your guy with the bolt gun.
Yep.
And he is.
Who is it firing?
It is going to be Malik.
Mm-hmm.
He is in long range.
Okay.
The longest of ranges, in fact. And it is going to be 1 shot, hit on 6s. He only hits. He hits.
Okay, nice.
Jesus. Strength 3.
An actual 6. Imagine
An
that.
actual 6. Strength 3 against your toughness 5.
Yep.
Maybe 5s.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another 6.
Wow.
So it's no AP and it's only 1 damage.
That's a 3-up. That's a 4.
Easy.
Shrugged it off.
I mean, he's chuffed.
You come for 7-7 and he just shrugs it off, mate.
Yeah.
He's just so happy that he got hit through, your guy. He's like, oh my God.
Oh my God. So that is the end of my readied models.
Okay, so then it will come back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some guys to shoot who weren't readied.
Yep.
So I've got 2 Plague Marines over there over that kind of the action heavy area of the kill zone. I'm going to fire Buster Slimes with his... actually, I believe he's a demolitions specialist. So I'm going to fire into the other guy. The guy who is...
Yep, super obscured.
Super obscured.
Mm-hmm.
Obscured is the word I was looking for. So, yeah, so Buster Slimes into... What's his name?
That will be Malik.
Into Malik. It's 2 shots.
Yeah.
It's on 5s. Neither of them hit.
That's what we like to see.
I'm actually going to re-roll one of those hits.
You would like?
This isn't one where you re-roll both, is it?
No.
Because they don't accumulate.
No.
I'm just going to re-roll one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Get a 3, still don't hit.
Okay. So I will make 1 shot from Stenver into your boy that just tried to pop his mate.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't stand for that.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Okay.
stand for it. You are going to be obscured because there's a lot going on in here.
Yeah.
And I'm not freakishly tall like you are. And you are out of range, so it's going to be 6. He hits.
That's crazy.
And he 5s. He gets a 5.
That's a 5.
It's no AP. 1 damage.
Saves it on a 6.
No worries. He's
Only
just
needed a 3.
shooting that horn off.
Yeah. Back to me then.
Yep.
So I'm going to go for 7-7. He's
7-7.
just behind Buster Slimes. Can he see your guy?
You will be obscured, but you can see both of them.
So is one of them got a flesh wound or anything already?
They're both okay. They're both
The one out in the open, I'll go for him.
Yeah.
Oh no, the one who's closed, the one who's
hidden.
backed off. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
It's Malik.
So 7-7's going to go for Malik, the guy tucked just behind. I believe he's not within 12 long range.
He's not.
So it's just 1 shot on 5s. That's a 2. Doesn't get it. That is all of my shooting. You got any other shooting?
I do not. That is everything.
In that case, we go to the
Assault phase.
assault phase. So I had the initiative. So it's my charge first.
It would be
Ooh.
if I were to not pay 2 command points to.
to come in
interrupt
and do it first.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that?
I think I am. Would you like to do the same?
I think just to make it interesting, I'm going to do the same.
Yeah. So it's a roll off.
Yep.
I get a 5.
I get a 2.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
In that case, I will hit you
Yeah.
with my Acolyte. Acolytes have 2 attacks.
What acolyte is it?
It is.
You're doing the Poxwalker one first, yeah?
No.
You want to do that? You want to do the Poxwalker
I
one
want to do
first?
this one first.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, that's a Genestealer.
Oh,
And
okay.
then that one's an Acolyte.
They all
so,
look the same to me.
Yeah, wow.
They're all
very
just disgusting monsters.
similar.
Not like us.
It's coming from Krell.
Yep.
So I get 2 attacks with my Rending Claws.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also get to make an additional attack with my Colt Knife. So I'll do the 2 with the Rending Claws first. So I hit on 3s. That is 1 hit.
Okay.
And then they are rending, so on a 6, they are -3
What, when you wound?
AP.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what do you need to wound?
The wound, I
What
am
strength
strength
are you?
4, so I'll need
Toughness
5s.
5, so you need 5s. And on a 6,
It's a 1.
on a 1, it's great.
And then the Colt Knife, you go on 3s. It's a hit.
Yep.
The Colt Knife is crap. It's strength 4. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
It's a 6 though. It does wound. It's 1 damage, no AP.
That'll be a 5. That's a nice save on that.
Yeah, there you go.
That was worth it. I can't believe you drained my... What was I worried about? Why did I waste 2 command points? Okay, so I'm going to fight back then with my charged guy.
Please do.
He's a combat specialist, so he gets an extra attack. So he has 3 attacks. Each of those attacks do D3 hits each.
Yep.
So I'm going to roll for that now and see how many attacks he gets.
Yep.
7 attacks total. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
It's a good amount of attacks.
How many wounds does your guy have?
Only 1.
What's his save?
He has a 5-up save, and he has toughness 3.
This is going to be good.
Has anyone ever seen 7 1s?
Oh, trust me to fucking get it on the podcast as well. So I'm hitting on 3s.
Mhm.
That's 5 hits.
That's 5 hits.
And then it's strength. I believe it's strength 6. I'll double check. Strength 6,
Mm-hmm.
making it wounded on 2s.
Yep.
Rerolling 1s.
Yep.
It's a plague
Standard,
weapon.
Yeah. It's a casual 5 wounds.
That's going to be 5 wounds at -2.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's 7-up saves. I don't make any of them.
7 up saves. All of that now for 1 injury roll.
Yep.
Which is a 3.
Which is a flesh wound. Praise the 4-arm Emperor.
Luckily, there's someone else in combat with it.
Yes.
So I've got to do that first as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or do we alternate the charge? The charged
Oh no, I've
ones now?
already hit you. Mine.
Not with your guy that charged.
Yeah. Not this. This is a different combat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I think all of the charged
Yeah.
units.
Now it's my activation.
You picked one that charged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my Genestealer, also known as Sifa, is going to eviscerate your Poxwalker. Misses with every attack. So he does have all of the things. So he has an Acid Maw, which I'll be using instead of his Rending Claws. So I'll be at -3. And I have Toxin Sac, so they do 2 damage each. So I hit on 3s.
Okay.
That's 3 hits with 2 6s and a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm Strength 4 versus your Toughness 3. So 3s. They are all wounds.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get a save, but you do have Disgusting Resilient.
I do. So how much damage are we talking each guy?
They're 2 each.
So we'll do 2 at a time.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He failed one. So I'll take 2.
Yep.
Yeah. 2 and a 3.
So he gets a flesh wound.
Do I want to command point that? Is the question?
Would you get to roll both?
Only one. Only one.
Yeah, I believe that's a. I've seen that be a bit of a topic. I haven't read the FAQ if they mention that. I've read the FAQ, but not if specifically if they mention that. But a lot of people disagreeing on what that rule actually means. But
Yeah.
we take it as if you're accumulating the roll,
Yeah, if you're
they're
adding them
adding together,
yeah.
then you re-roll both of them. If not, then you don't. So just for clarity for anyone listening, that's how we do it. First wound?
Is it a flesh wound? I'm not going to re-roll it.
Lil Uzi Vert is flesh wounded, unfortunately. So now my charged... Oh no, he didn't charge, but that's the end of the...
You do get to hit me back.
Yeah, I get to hit you back. There's no more charged
No,
units.
That's it.
So, 2 attacks,
You do have a flesh wound.
which means I'm hitting on 6s.
Yep.
There'll be no hits.
Nil point.
2 2s.
That is the end
That's the end of the fight phase.
of the fight phase.
Go on to morale.
Yes.
You have some morale to take.
I do have somewhere else to take.
You can't be broken. Neither of us can be broken at the moment.
Not yet.
But we'll start with me because it's my
It is
initiative. So I'll do. I don't actually have.
Well, if we're playing mindless, then they do not need to take one.
So I've got 2 Poxwalkers, each with a flesh wound, who do not take nerve tests.
And then I have 2 flesh wounds. Neither of which are shaken, but they are standing next to each other.
Yep.
So they'll both be getting the -1.
Yep.
So the first one gets a 5. With the -1, it goes down to a 4. So he's fine.
Yep.
And the other one gets a 1, which goes down to a 0. And he is also fine.
Oh, 1 is always fine anyway.
Yeah.
I
Super
think
fine.
you would have got a +1 for the guy that's out of action, would you not?
Oh, sorry.
that
Yes,
not a
I do
thing?
have an out of action one.
But it's still,
yeah, but I would
doesn't-
still be fine.
yeah, still doesn't matter. Nice. Okay. So that's going to take us to round
3.
3. Do you want to just quickly roll to see if we're going to have some
There's some earthquaking.
earthquaking?
We do not.
No earthquakes, which is nice. Might as well just quickly do initiative while we're here.
Yep. I get 7. Gets an 8.
I'll get an 8. Actually, before we go into round 3, let's just talk real quick about how that has gone so far. Because for me, that first round really fucked me up. Not being able to move properly.
Yeah.
Literally all I have to do is move up the field and try and find your leader to kill him. And I can't do that, which is really annoying. Second round, much better. Got to move a lot more. Got to charge in. Pushing up. I got to take a guy out of action. I'm not taking as much out of action as I
Would like.
would like to, but I guess that's the same all the time. What about you?
I mean, the idea being you are pushing heavy down this right side.
Yeah.
I do have this big piece of terrain that you can't see through.
Yeah.
So worst case, I'm just going to have you chase me
Around that bit, sorry.
around it. But we'll see what happens. At the moment, I think I've still got at least another turn before you're definitely on top of my leader.
My hope is that if I get you scared enough to run your lead around this side, then I've got a gun waiting for him.
Yeah.
Which is basically what
I
the
see that,
situation
yeah.
is. So yeah, so that's round 2. That's where we're at. Let's go to round 3. My initiative.
Yeah.
we've got some charges for the Death Guard to worry about.
Oh, yes.
So, Lil Mortis is going to reattempt his failed charge from earlier and try and help out Travis Rott. So he needs, what did we say, 5?
It's 5 inches away, but you will only need a 4 to
Okay.
get in.
So he needs a 4. That's all he needs. You're already in combat, so cannot fire Overwatch. That's a 2.
Would you like to move that distance?
Yes. So I'm just going to shunt forward 2 inches as far forward as I can to that combat. He's coming, but he's slow. No one ever said that Death Guard were fast. Alternatively, Lil Pox is going to attempt to join a different charge, a different fight. So he's going to go and help out Lil Uzi Vert, who you had previously charged in the last round, which I'm going to need a 4 to get in. I get a 6. So I'm going to charge him in and move around basically as far as I can to open up a little bit of room for the newcomer. Lil Plague himself is going to try and join his master, Lil Pox.
He needs a 7.
He needs a 7. The number of the beast is meant to be.
It's meant to be.
It's going to happen. Gets an 8. Although for thematic purposes, we'll say he got a 7.
Of course. They can't count anyway.
So you now have 3 Poxwalkers to worry about on that. Who's that?
It's the Genestealer. It is Cypher.
So Cypher has 3 Poxwalkers on his case, and Krell has one in his sights. You can see that it's on its way. It's just it's taking suspiciously long.
Yeah.
He thought he was charging him a while ago, but he isn't here yet.
He keeps checking his eyes. He's like, is there something wrong?
So that'll be all my charges. On top of that, with regards to movement, what I've done is the notorious ROT was hidden in this building for the longest time in this game. I've basically advanced him all the way round to almost be over the other side with everyone else. He's outside of the building now. He's basically just on the other side of that building, as opposed to standing inside the building. He advanced, but he is a heavy specialist, so he's going to go ahead and be able to shoot still with no penalty. My leader, Chief Grief, actually decided to move. He just thought, you know what? I'm going to move now. And he moved up a little bit.
The heavy specialist ignores the penalty to moving with a heavy weapon.
And assault weapons.
And
advancing
ignore
with
the
assault
minus
weapons.
1 for assaulting with and then having an assault weapon.
Yeah, that's what he did. He's got an assault weapon and he advanced, so he ignores the penalty for that.
Yeah.
The Chief Grief moved forward a little bit, just hopped over the pipes that he was hiding behind. He just wanted to remind everyone that
I'm here.
You know.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
He's
Just checking up on everyone, basically. Just check everything's going okay. Other than that, everyone over near where all the charges happened, basically, Travis Rott's already in combat. He stayed there. And Buster Slimes and 7-7 just readied. They're just sat behind where all this combat is going on with their big boy guns.
Yeah.
And that is where they're going to stay for now. So now we're going to go over to your movement.
Okay.
You've got a charge to do, have you?
I do have a charge.
Let's do that then.
I've got a ballsy charge
Yep.
from Desh, who was previously
Injured?
injured, but he is going to charge into your flower boy.
Okay. Who's already in combat?
Yeah. I am 1 inch away.
Okay.
I make it. And he will just inch forward ever so slightly
Just get in combat.
to get him in combat.
Okay.
Beyond that, my aberrant moved round to create a meat shield of epic proportions in front of my leader, as did Stenvar and Malik. They moved into cover. Nessa, the acolyte fighter with the saw, just moved up along the cover just so I can get a charge in later on.
Okay.
The grenade launcher readied up just in case he could see anything. I think he can just about see your dude with the
Notorious ROT.
Notorious ROT through the window.
Yep.
So he might have a little crack at that. Beyond that, everything just shuffled a little.
Okay.
The Genestealer stayed in combat. So Cypher's still there, and Krell is still in combat with your flail.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Let's go on to shooting then.
Do you have any readied models?
I have 2.
You do.
You not got any ready?
I have one.
Oh, but it's my
It's
initiative
your
anyway.
turn, yeah.
Can they see anyone?
Not down that way.
Can they see him? Can they see him?
You can see this guy.
Okay.
But he'll be obscured because you can't see his feet.
Well, even from the top of that guy? He's so far away.
Because of this.
Okay. Okay.
About that tall.
In that case,
You are pretty close to him.
Buster Slimes is going to take a shot at who's your rockety boy?
The Roxor guy.
Roxor guy. This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name?
His name is Nassau.
Nassar. So Buster Slimes is going to take a shot at Nassar.
Mm-hmm.
He has an Assault 2 weapon.
Yep.
So he's going to be hitting on 4s because he's obscured, but he's in close range. That's 2 4s. Nice.
2 hits.
Strength 6.
Toughness 3.
So that's wounding on 2s.
Yep.
Rerolling 1s. However, he's a demolition specialist who gets +1
Yep.
to wound. But I still have to reroll the 1s, right? 1s always fail.
1's always fail. No need.
So 3 and a 4 anyway.
Mhm.
So that is 2 wounds for him to take at -2.
So it's a 7 up.
Yeah, which is impossible.
I'll just make those.
Yeah. Oh, he passed. What?
I did roll a 7
Combined.
across 2 dice.
It's D3 damage each.
D3. So D3.
That's going to be 3. 3 injury rolls.
I am obscured.
You
I am
won't
not
be
within an
within
inch.
an inch of the thing that's obscuring you.
Sadly.
So it won't count for this. And it's not going to matter because I rolled a 5 anyway. So he's out of action. These blight launchers are pretty good for killing Genestealers.
Yeah, this is just a glass hammer.
Is that strength 6?
Yeah, if I get the
Really
charge,
handy.
it's different.
Strength 6 rerolling 1s is a horrendous weapon
Yeah.
against you.
Sadly, you're so slow. I have to leave all the cover that I'm in to come and get you.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh.
So that was one of my readied guys?
Okay, so my readied model is my Genestealer with the grenade launcher.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot Notorious ROT.
Okay.
Remembered his name.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a cheeky crack down there.
Okay.
Cheeky crack through the crack.
Yeah.
It is over long range and you are obscured. So I'm
That's
going to
good.
need a 6 to hit.
Going to be 6s.
So I get a 3.
That's a no-go.
It's a no-go.
Annoyingly, I just killed...
Secondly,
Oh, okay.
I have a hand flamer which counts as a pistol and we are in combat.
Okay.
So
I've got another guy that's readied, though.
you do. Well, I'll let you fight him first.
If he can see anyone,
He
that's my
can't
point.
actually see anyone, so I kind of skipped that.
So, and then I believe it still goes back to being my turn,
You're shooting.
my shooting. So I have the notorious ROT.
Yeah.
Who I believe can only take a shot at
The grenade launcher.
the grenade launcher guy, who is in long range and obscured.
Cole says, come get some.
There's going to be 2 shots.
He's like, I have a gun. I can't shoot for shit. Come get some.
I'm going to check something real quick.
The stratagems are coming out.
I'm going to use his heavy tactic.
More
Gives him
bullets.
an extra shot.
Yeah.
So he's going to have 3 shots on 5s,
Yep, I am obscured, and you are
long range. That's 2 hits.
2 hits.
I'm going to pretend that one of those hits is one of the extra ones that I got, just
Yeah.
to make me feel better about spending the command point. Then it's going to be strength 6,
Mm-hmm.
toughness.
Against my toughness 3.
So
Who's?
2s, re-rolling 1s. That's
Rerolling 1.
a 3 and a 1 to a 6.
Yep.
That is -2.
7 up save. I don't make them.
So it's D3 damage. 1.
And I am obscured.
You are obscured with this
I am
one.
within an inch.
So a 5 and a 6 and he's gone.
It's a flesh wound.
It's a 1, so it's a flesh wound. Which doesn't make much difference to what you're about to shoot anyway, because it would have been on 6s regardless.
Yeah.
If you'd like to go ahead and do that.
So my acolyte, in the form of Krell, is going to burninate your boy.
Okay.
So it's D3 auto hits.
Oh. Do you want to do that again or did that land?
I get 3.
Okay.
So strength 3. against your toughness 5.
Mhm.
So 5s.
Mm-hmm.
I get 1. It's no AP and 1 damage.
That's a 6. That is a save. Is there any other shooting to be had?
No.
No, so just into the fights then.
You have some charges.
I do.
Would you like to activate one of your charging models?
Yeah, I'm gonna activate. Lil Pox,
Little Pox, yeah.
the the tried and tested Poxwalker,
Yeah.
not the new guy.
Show
The new guy how it's
Show
done.
Little Plague
Because he's literally next to Lil Plague, the new recruit.
just like this.
Yeah, so he's like, this is what you should do. Two attacks. He's not got a flesh wound, so it's on 5s. Just like this.
Just like this.
2 5s.
Bosh bosh.
That's what he says.
I am toughness 4.
Strength 3, so I'll need 5s again. A 6 and a 4,
Gets 1.
so 6 wounds.
Any AP?
No AP. It's just standard.
I have a 5 up save. I do not make it. 1 damage.
1 damage, an
Straight
injury
roll.
roll.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Gets a flesh wound.
He gets a flesh wound. I want to kill him just to have him turn into a Poxwalker. That's literally all I want to do here. I've never done it.
So I get to activate one of my charging models.
Mm-hmm. You only
So
have one. don't
I
you?
only have 1.
Yep.
So I will use him. So I get 3 attacks. 1 with a Colt knife.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a flesh wound. So
Yep.
I normally hit on 3, so I'll be hitting on 4s.
Mm-hmm.
So rending claws. Both miss.
Nice.
Classic. And then the Colt knife also misses.
Perfect.
Also classic.
That's the perfect
Perfect roll.
situation. I'll go back to my other charged Poxwalker.
Yep.
Lil Plague, the new recruit,
Far away.
he's looking at his master and he says, "Oh, that's how you do it."
That's how you do it.
And then he swings. Misses both. He's not quite there. He's not quite there yet. But he's learning.
He is learning.
So that's a 4 and a 3. That's not going to hit.
But then it is your turn to select someone to
It's my turn regardless. I'm going to obviously pick Mr. Flower himself.
Flower City.
So he's got 2 choices now
Yep.
that he can attack. So he has 3 attacks. I'm going to put... Have they both got flesh wounds?
Yes.
I'm just going to put two of the attacks on Krell.
Yep.
And one of the attacks on
Desh.
Desh. So let's do the 2 for Krell first. I've got to roll for the hits, D3 hits each.
These 3 hits. 4
That's 4 hits on Krell on 3s.
on 3s.
It's 2 hits.
2 hits. I'm only toughness 3.
So it's wounded on 2s, re-rolling 1s.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3 and a 4.
7 up save.
Missed. You can never get them.
I mean, I'm trying.
You're rolling so bad
There
on the
must be
saves.
something wrong with these dice.
So it's just the 1 damage.
Yep. I do have a flesh wound, so you'll be adding 1.
Mm-hmm.
So on a 3, 4, 5, or 6.
To be minus in. I don't get it. Yeah, it's confusing. But 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Yeah.
He's gone.
It's a 4.
That's a 4, and he's out of the game. And now have his remaining attack on Desh.
On Desh.
It's going to be 2 hits.
2 hits.
2 attacks, I should say, sorry. It's a bit confusing with the terminology.
Yeah.
Now I'm rolling for the hits. They both hit.
Mm-hmm.
Same again.
Needing 2s.
2s. That's a 5 and a 6.
I don't save with a 6 and a 4,
Oh, that's a shame.
sadly.
Another injury roll.
Again, with an additional 1.
Mm-hmm. Because he's got a flesh wound. That's a 5. So is he gone as well?
He is gone.
2 guys just cleared out.
But.
That's the sound of the
That's what
flower.
happens when you charge and you do nothing.
That's the sound effect of the flower swinging round. Don't tell us we don't immerse you in the...
Full immersion right now.
Yeah.
Next, it is my turn to hit you.
Yes. Which Poxwalker would you like to hit? You have a choice between Lil Pox, Lil Plague, or Lil Uzi Vert.
I'm going to hit Little Plague.
Okay, the big boy.
I see him.
You're trying to embarrass him in front. Oh no, the new guy.
He's gonna get like he thought he was a big man. Came in here. He's like, oh, I'll swing at him like that, and I'm like, I'm gonna show him what happens when you don't follow through with your actions.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna put 2 attacks into him.
Mm-hmm.
Then just like the little spiteful like tail whip into the guy that's putting the hurt in. He doesn't want to forget he's there. It's just like, oh.
So what one is the other one going into? Little Pox.
Little Pox.
Okay.
So we'll do the 2 on
Little Plague.
Little Plague.
Okay.
So 2 attacks. I'll be hitting on 4s now because of my flesh wound.
Yep.
It's a double 6.
Nice.
Little Plague. Step off. So I am using my acid ball. So it's -3. It's strength 4. So I'll need 3s.
Mm-hmm.
I get a 6
Yep.
and a 2. So 1 wound. It's 2 damage.
It's just the disgustingly resilient for the both of them.
Mm-hmm. So 5s.
Saves neither. He is down to 0 wounds.
I get a 4. So
Just takes him
he's
out of action. So was that for Little Plague?
That was Little Plague.
The new guy thought he could step up.
He came in here, he gave it the smack,
He gets knocked out.
and he gets knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then the last attack hits, and then we need a 3, and I get 1. I'm gonna command point that just because I have them. I'm sitting on 4 right now, so going down to 3, and that is 1 wound, 2 damage
On
Little Pox.
he's going to take one of those wounds down to
2
0.
damage, and I get 5.
He goes with his Padawan. Also out of action.
What the flail can do, a Genestealer can also do.
Yeah, I mean, the Genestealer can do it to a Poxwalkers, and
Yeah,
the Flower can do it to 2. Who was that? Who were that?
acolytes.
Acolytes.
Essentially guardsmen with the strength 4.
Well, there we go.
Right.
Okay, so that was a pretty tasty fight phase.
I gave it back.
I've just has he still got to attack?
He still needs to attack, yes.
Yeah, so I've got one more attack to do. Lil Uzi Vert, who was already in combat. He's got flesh wound, so it's going to be 6s.
It's 1.
That is a 6. Doesn't get through. Neither a 5.
Doesn't happen.
Neither a 5 got 3. And that is the end of the fight phase, I believe.
Okay.
Morale. Should we start with me?
Yeah, it is your turn.
So, do I have anyone that isn't a Poxwalker with a flesh wound? I don't believe I do.
I don't think so, no.
No. I can't be broken,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm all good. Would you like to test your... Can you be broken?
I have 4 out of action and 2 flesh wounds, so I need to take a break test.
You need to see if you're broken.
It is the magic number. So it's 2d6.
Yep. You need it to not be more than your
Highest leadership
on the board.
which I am going to say right now is leadership 9
Okay.
with the Genestealer. That is 3.
You're fine.
I am
You're not
fine.
broken.
And then the 2 guys that I have with flesh wounds, so the Genestealer, he's
Yep.
leadership 9.
Yep.
So he gets a 3. Plus 4, 7. He's fine.
Mm-hmm.
The grenade launcher gets a 2. Plus 4 to 6. He is also fine because he is leadership 7.
Nice. Okay, cool. So with that, how did that round go for you?
I mean, it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
Yeah.
Because I lost the 2 acolytes that I was using, essentially just to screen and hold you here for as long as possible,
Yeah.
which has worked
For now.
for now. So it's working out.
Mm.
I was hoping you would forget that my saw guy was there, so that I could just have a free charge next turn. But I mean, that didn't work out. But the Genestealer did come through and get rid of two of your Poxwalkers.
Yeah.
And
The 2 that charged him.
the two that charged him. So it's working out so far. I'm managing to hold my own. You're still a fair distance away, and even if you charge around the corner, you're going to hit an aberrant.
Yep.
And 2 more guys.
Yep.
So I think I've at least got another turn.
Yep.
And that will be turn 4, and then I'll be trying to roll so the game ends.
Yeah. Basically, so that you don't have...
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's basically what you said. Like, I'm trying to get up there as fast as I can, tearing through everything.
The dream is that I roll this earthquake dice
And it is.
and it's a 1.
Yeah.
Because that pretty much seals the deal for the fact that you're not going to be able to charge me
Yeah. I mean,
as hard as you try.
yeah.
And then I've got another turn. And then it's like I've got 2 rolls.
Yeah.
So
and I believe the earthquake, I'll have to double check. I think it's a D3.
it is a D3, so a 1 or a 2.
1 or a 2, yeah.
We'll do it.
Yeah, I really don't want that to happen. if that happens, it fucks me up completely.
Yeah.
So yeah, the plan stays the same. I'm literally just charging through, tearing through everything that you throw in front of me, and just trying to get there as quick as I can. Try and kill your leader.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we see if battle round 4 is it?
Yeah, we're moving into turn 4.
If we see if battle round 4 is struck by earthquakes.
It's not.
It is not.
Come on.
No earthquakes for battle round 4.
No.
Why don't we do initiative real quick while we're here?
Yep. Get 6.
I'm going to get a 10, so I'm going to get to go first once again.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll cut away and we'll come back and talk about the movement in a second.
To go toe to toe.
Yeah, so my combat specialist, Travis Rott himself,
Travis Rott
is going to charge around this huge pipe that's been a pain in my ass for this entire match, and he's going to try and get into combat with your combat specialist.
Mm-hmm.
On a 7, he's in.
Okay.
It's as simple as that. The number of the beast.
Simple as that. I don't have any ranged attack.
Gets a 10.
He's in.
This is going to be good.
Let's go.
And then just lastly, I have Lil Mortis, who's going to try and go and join Lil Easy Vert. I need a 2 to get in. I get a 4. Rolling in movement.
That is strong.
So he's over there joining into the combat that Lil
Would
Easy
now
Vert's
be a
involved.
good time to tell you that you would need 6s to hit. Oh no, it's 6s anyway. So
6 is always hit.
yeah, you need 7s, but 6s
You
always
thought you were
hit.
being smart.
I
You thought you were being
Part
smart.
of me was like,
Just for that, I'm
What's
going to
going
kill
on?
him now.
please do. I'm going to spend 2 command points to make sure I go first.
You're just really worried that we're going to kill him now.
Yeah.
So those are 2 charges successfully pulled off. On top of that, what I basically did was I've moved my leader up even further. He advanced. He's got a plasma pistol, but he's also got a plague sword, which is kind of nice in combat. So he's basically a last resort at this point, just following everyone up behind in case they manage to get to your leader, fail. At least I have one guy who's been slowly moving up who can also try. The 7-7 with the bolt gun and the icon just stayed where he was because I want to, there was nothing basically that I can do. Even if he moved, there's nowhere to shoot. His icon wouldn't really have made any difference to anything up there because he wouldn't have got far enough. So he just readied. I don't actually think he can see anyone though. I have the notorious ROT who has readied, stayed exactly where he is. And that's all my movement. Then the 2 charges and Lil Uzi Vert was already in combat. So that's my movement. And then we'll go into your movement.
Okay.
Do you want to just run through
Yeah, I'll go through that quickly.
what your movement consisted of?
I ran the F away. So everyone that was behind the pipe was like, oh shit, there's a dude with a flail 3 inches away from me. Let's run across the board. So they all switched sides and all ran along the short table edge.
All advanced.
All advanced. All got between 7 inches of movement and 11 inches of movement. Managed to get my leader into some cover where he can't be seen by
Anyone?
your guys. And then I managed to put 3 models between us.
Mm.
So hopefully I can make good use of this aberrant, try and kill this flail guy, and hopefully just use him as a big buffer to the stuff that's going to be coming.
Yeah.
'Cause
Potentially. in the next time.
odds on, like your Genestealer's most likely going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd be impressed if he didn't die.
Yeah.
Then I'm officially broken. So then most of this stuff is going to be shaken.
Yeah.
So this is probably the last turn I'm going to have of actually being able to effectively hit you.
Well, you're not definitely broken if he's...
No, it'd still be a roll,
But
but
it's just be harder.
it'd just be much harder because
Yeah.
the only guy that's got a relevant gun
Yeah.
has already got a flesh wound.
Okay.
So it's like, well,
Okay.
then we will see.
Yeah. Let's get to the shooting then.
Yep. Do you have any readied models?
I have 2 readied models.
Doop.
Can he see anyone?
That is a no.
It's probably going to be a no. He'll still be able to see through
Yep, he can still see that
this
guy.
guy. So the notorious ROT, who readied, is going to take a shot at your... Is that a grenade launcher guy?
That is.
Who's that?
That is my boy, Cole.
Cole. So I'm going to go for him. It's going to be on 5s,
Mm-hmm.
long range and obscured.
Yep.
That's a 5 and a 6.
Easy hits.
Doesn't matter. Wounded on 2s.
Yep.
That's a 4 and a 2.
Yep.
I'm assuming you've got a nice little 7-up save.
I've got a very strong 7-up save.
Yeah.
So it's
Failed.
It's not the
Oh my
one.
god.
I did get 2 6s though.
So from that, it's D3 damage.
Yep.
It's going to be 3.
The solid 3. I am obscured, but I do have a flesh wound.
I'm obscured, but you have a flesh wound, so it just counteracts it.
Yep. 4, 5, or 6.
It's 2 5s and a 4. He's deaded.
He is brown bread.
Do you have anyone who's readied?
I had a grenade launcher readied, but that doesn't seem to be the case now.
You know, my other readied guy can't see anyone. I
Mhm.
don't think my other guy with a gun can even see anyone over here. This guy.
No.
So that's shooting done.
Okay, well, I do have 2 models that advanced. They have rapid fire weapons.
So they can't shoot
But
either.
they can't shoot. So that's the end of my shooting phase.
Okay, so let's just get straight to the fights.
I'm going to pay 2 command points to try and interrupt.
To try and fight.
To try and fight before you.
I'll
Would you like
challenge
to
you
also
for it.
do
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I'm going to pay 2. I'll challenge you for it.
I've got a 3.
I got a 6.
Which fight would you like to do first?
I like to fight with my flower boy first.
The Poxwalker. Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
fine.
no,
if
no,
you want.
no, you misheard me. Travis Rott.
Travis Rott.
The
Travis Rott.
You're like, oh yeah, of course he's not a poxwalker.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, into Brachus. The Indomitable.
Yeah, so it's 3 attacks,
Mhm.
D3 hits each. 6 attacks on 3s.
It's quite funny. My claw is like just behind a bit of the wall. So, I mean, I'm obscured as fuck. I am toughness 4.
I mean, I only hit 3 of them.
That's a good sign. That is a good sign.
They still would have hit if you were obscured, if that makes
Yeah.
you feel any better.
That's fine. I'm not obscured. I was pulling that out of my ass. It's just there.
So it's strength 6.
It's toughness 4.
Whoa, what?
It's 3s
3s, rerolling 1s.
rather than 2s. Nailed it.
A 3 and a 5. Have you got a save to make with this one? 'Cause
What is your AP?
It's -2.
It's going to be a 7-up. No, I don't make them.
Still not got 1.
What is your damage, sir?
1 these days.
Oh, that's good because I reduce it by 1 to a minimum of 1.
Thank. So the FAQ basically made your rule pointless against me.
Somewhat, but it's I don't hate.
That injury roll is going to be a 6.
Oh, I do have 2 wounds
Oh, okay, that's good.
because you did 2.
Ah, so that wasn't it. Wait. So it takes. Did I get through with 2?
You did 2 wounds. I only have 2 wounds. So
So it went down to 2. So that
Yeah.
injury roll's correct.
yes,
Okay, good. But it's still only 1 injury roll.
yes.
Okay, good.
And you rolled a 6,
Yeah,
so he's dead.
good. You well confused me for a second. I was like, oh wait, did I only put 1 wound through? But I put 2 through. We have it on audio proof.
It's there.
So he's deaded.
Yep.
2 command points, well spent.
It's fine.
So I'm going to consolidate Travis Rott 3 inches towards all your boys that ran away,
Mhm.
like scared little pussy owls.
Indeed,
We have another attack, another fight going on.
we do. You do have another charger.
Yes, I do. So I'm going to attack with him.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be Lil Mortis coming through.
Coming at.
He's hitting on 6s.
Yep. Oh, he sneaks one.
Sneaks a 6 at the
Sneaks a
last
6
second there.
Toughness 4. That is a 2.
So that's not going to wound.
So I will now select one of my models to attack.
Okay. What model would you like to attack?
I am going to put 2
Mm-hmm.
into Little Mortis.
Yep.
And the other one into the other Poxwalker, who also has a rapper-based name.
That's Lil Uzi Vert.
Little Uzi, yeah, I can forget that.
Yeah, exactly.
Little Uzi. So let's
He's
start
got his
with the
coat
2.
on.
He looks pimp.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 attacks. I do have a flesh wound, so I'll be hitting on 4s.
Yep.
That is 1.
Okay.
I am strength 4 against your toughness 3.
Mm-hmm.
No 3s. 1 wound at -3. You don't care. It's 2 damage.
Okay. That's 2 failed. Discussing the resilience
And that's a double 1.
on the injury roll.
On the injury roll.
So he just gets another flesh wound.
I'm going to spend 1 command point.
Ooh.
And I reroll one of those.
Okay.
Gets me down to 2. And I get a 3, which goes to a 5.
Nice.
So he is Eliminato.
Was that not on the other? That was on the other one, wasn't it?
Hmm?
Was that not on the other one? Oh, no. You failed those ones. Then this one hit, yeah?
No, because I've still got 1 more to do.
I thought that
you
was-
are right.
It was on him.
Because I hit him first.
Yeah.
So then I have
So Lil Uzi Vert is dead.
Little Uzi Vert has been annihilated.
Yeah.
So then I will make my single attack against Lil Mortis.
Mm-hmm.
Hits on a 4.
Yep.
Wins on a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2 disgusting resilience.
1,000 both.
Gets a 6 on
Gets
the
a
injury
6,
roll.
So he's going to be out of action also.
And then I think I'm going to consolidate. Or do I consolidate? Yeah, well, I think it'd be rude not to just go there like that.
Oh, is he not close? Oh, no, is he closer?
super close.
I didn't see him. So is he in now?
He's in.
Okay. Is that the fight phase done with?
That is the end of the fight phase.
If you want to go to morale,
Mm-hmm.
I am not broken. I don't have to test to be broken. You have to test, I believe.
I am in fact broken. Well,
You need to test
I
to
am
see if you are.
here to test. So I still have the Genestealer on the board.
Mhm.
So it's still a 9. I get an 8.
Oh my god.
Glory to the God Emperor. So then I need to be making some tests.
Yeah.
So the only person I have on the board with a flesh wound is the Genestealer.
Mm-hmm.
And he rolls a 2, gets +6, which puts it in 8. So he still passes with a
So
9.
he's still fine. Does he not then? Oh no, he doesn't get. What does he get minus for on that? Anything?
Minuses is people you have out of action. And
Oh.
you get pluses for people within 2 inches
Okay.
that aren't shaken.
And you got 6 out of action.
Yeah.
Okay. So I could have.
It's real bad. Next
That
turn
could have happened,
is
yeah.
going to be real bad.
Okay, so that's the end of that turn then.
Mm-hmm.
It is like it went just as well as I probably could have wanted it to go. Like I don't really care about the Poxwalkers dying. They're there to do that. That's fine. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
It's just so annoying. Like because I could now not get there in time to get your leader. I could probably get someone to have like eyes on him to shoot him, but I don't know.
Even if you do,
Yeah.
I'm going to have 4 command points in the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
For 2 command points, you can't shoot him if he's not the closest model.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Yeah. So I think it could end up. Yeah, this could end up being
A
being
hollow victory.
tough. Yeah. Even if it so we have to roll for it now and see if it carries on, right?
Yep, roll for the game, see if it continues.
It's on a 3 up.
3 up. So it's a
Let me just
2.
check it's definitely a 3 up that it carries on.
So I rolled a 2. So that is the end of our game.
Yeah, that's a 2. That is so frustrating.
You say that, but we're in a campaign setting now, so I've got to make 6 death rolls.
That's true.
Potentially just lost half of my kill team.
And I've only got to make 4, but they're all
All
for
dead.
Poxwalkers. So let's get to that now then.
Yeah.
Or we can talk about. We've basically just summed up how frustrating that game was, and
Yeah,
and
I mean,
how,
it was always going to be a bit tough anyway because you're very resilient, and unless I get a really lucky cult ambush and I get like initiative really early on,
yeah.
I can't make like a big push with the numbers that I've got.
I've got to say, it was quite nice for me to have the initiative so often.
Oh yeah. I think I got it once. I might not have even got it once. I don't think I did. I think the only way I went first is if I charged or if I used command points. So it was pretty brutal in that respect. And the only thing that helped me was the earthquake. Because I was just
that first round earthquake really done me in.
helped. It really helped because I got no cult ambushes off. I couldn't get any early charges, so it was all on the Death Guard's terms. Luckily, my only saving grace was this big pipe that I could hide behind the whole game that was almost entirely in my deployment zone.
So, due to my loss, I've lost 1 morale,
Oh, it's the sheer frustration.
which is going to put me down to 7. Unfortunately,
I mean, I don't call this a win. If I'm honest, like you killed everything other than the shittest guys who only survived because they ran.
and now we have to face the consequences of battle.
We do have to face the consequences of battle.
You roll a d6 for each model from your kill team on the battlefield that has 1 or more flesh wound.
Cool. That's basically everyone.
On a roll of 1 to 3, that model recovers. On a roll of 4 to 6, it goes out of action. So, how many have you got? Who have you got?
I have just my Genestealer on the battlefield with 1 flesh wound.
Okay.
So let's have a look. I rolled a 4.
So he's going to go out of action at this
So
point.
he is also out of action.
I don't have any flesh wounds on the board, I believe.
Nope.
I'm
I
good.
killed them all.
So now let's do your guys first. Oh
Yep.
no, should we do mine just because I lost?
But you had the initiative, so let's go with that.
Yeah, like for the whole game basically.
I think we know where we should start. Little Plague. The inexperience. He was so confident coming into this.
Yeah, so the new recruit, Lil Plague, didn't live up to the hype. So I'm going to roll a d10. I get a 2, which means that this model cannot be used in my next mission. Not going to be able. He was brought in, and now I can't use him for the next mission, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we're going to go for his mentor, Lil Pox. Full recovery.
He's been there before.
He makes a full recovery. He can be back used in the next mission. That is absolutely fine. That's the difference in the experience.
It's where it is. It's where it lies.
Then we're going to go for Lil Uzi Vert.
Mm-hmm.
Also full recovery. 3 to 8 is a full recovery. So he gets a full recovery as well on a 3. And Lil Mortis gets a 2. Can also not be used in the next mission. Luckily, Poxwalker's fairly interchangeable. So that's my casualty rolls done. So why don't we move over to the Genestealer Colts?
My casualty rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll start at the lower end, the less priority end. So we're going to go with our neophyte gunner, Cole, and he is going to get an 8, making that full recovery.
Nice.
Then we're going to move on to our early out in the form of Ondergast,
Okay.
the acolyte leader. Gets a 7. So
Full
he's
recovery.
also making a full recovery. Then we have Desh,
Mm-hmm.
who put in some work today. Gets a 9.
Is Desh a specialist?
He's not.
Okay. It's just a full recovery,
He
unfortunately.
makes that full recovery. Then we have his bro, Krell, also putting in work today.
Okay.
4 and makes a full recovery.
Nice.
Unfortunately, we come to my specialists,
Okay.
of which all 3 are
Well,
in
we-
this pile,
We're killed other than the leader.
other than the leader. So we'll start with the Rocksaw guy.
Mm-hmm. What specialist is he?
So he is the Zealot specialist,
Okay.
and his name is Nassar.
Mm-hmm.
Gets a 5.
Full recovery.
Makes a full recovery. Then we have our Genestealer.
Yep.
Cypher. He gets a 5. Makes a full recovery.
Nice.
And then we have Barkus, a beefy man himself, the Aberrant, who is my combat specialist.
Please get a 1.
It's a 3.
Full recovery.
Doesn't even roll.
Okay. So that's the casualties sorted.
So luckily for me,
Basically,
everyone's still alive.
Everyone recovered, did they?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like I didn't even play.
That is pretty lucky. Now on the experience side of things, each specialist in your kill team gains an experience point. One of the experience check one of the experience boxes on the data card. They also gain an experience point at the end of the mission if you used at least one tactic from their specialism, which I did. So for you, all your specialists are just going to go up 1.
Yeah.
I believe. All of mine are going to go up 1, other than the notorious ROT, who used a heavy tactic.
He did.
So he's going to go up 2.
Fantastic.
And there we have it, the first campaign game in the books with a Genestealer cult victory, putting the Death Guard down to 7 morale, which some say they actually kind of prefer to 8, to be honest. For constant updates on the campaign stand-ins, definitely follow us on Instagram and Twitter @ChillTeamPod and join our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/ChillTeamPod. You can email us chillteampod@gmail.com, and I'll see you next week when the Nurglingz of Attitude take on Flavortown.